Hey everyone, I'm back with another update. In this episode, I'll cover news related to Greenland, immigration, and Minnesota. Of course, I'll end with the noteworthy tidbits. Mark Rutte, the Secretary General of NATO, agreed with President Trump in that we must defend the Arctic and Greenland from China and Russia, and Trump called out Denmark for failing to defend Greenland. Trump pointed out that in 2019, Denmark said they would spend over $200 million to strengthen Greenland's defenses, but they only spent about 1% of that amount. Trump ruled out excessive military force to take Greenland, and after his discussion with Secretary General Rutte, he reached a deal framework and dropped the February tariffs on Europe. It appears that the deal they're working on would not only include Greenland, it would include the entire Arctic, as well as the United States gaining sovereignty over multiple highly strategic and vital parts of Greenland, and Golden Dome air defense and infrastructure investments are also being mentioned. On to immigration-related news. California Democrat lawmakers advanced legislation giving taxpayer-funded jobs to illegal aliens, a violation of U.S. federal law, and there was a federal agent involved shooting in Willowbrook, California, after an illegal alien tried ramming his vehicle into law enforcement. A Customs and Border Patrol officer was injured, the illegal was not hit, fled on foot, and was then captured. Representative Ted Lieu is facing calls to resign after he called for leftists to continue harassing and stalking ICE agents, and Attorney General Pam Bondi said criminal charges could be coming for those doxing ICE agents. The Department of Homeland Security launched an online database where people can view illegal aliens that have been arrested and the crimes they've committed. Searches can be filtered by country of origin, crime, and state in which they were arrested. An illegal alien was arrested in Georgia for raping an 11-year-old girl at knife point in front of her mother and 10-year-old sister, and this is the exact type of person the protesters in Minnesota are trying to defend. So let's shift into Minnesota news. A federal court overturned an activist judge ruling meant to ban federal agents from using necessary force to repel obstructionists in Minnesota, and ABC, CBS, and NBC were exposed for running 93% negative coverage on ICE in Minnesota. But to be fair, if the DHS wasn't originally announcing the types of criminals they've been arresting, I'm not sure what else positive there is to report on. As for fraud in Minnesota, Health and Human Services Deputy Secretary Jim O'Neill revealed he visited a former cannery in Minneapolis claiming to house 383 Medicaid providers that billed for more than $400 million, but he didn't see any children present, and he said there's more to come on this. Similar patterns are being observed in other states as well, including Maine, where a journalist found a $2 million home health center located next to a Somali wiring service. There are 10 businesses labeled home health in one building with no one ever there. DHS is launching an immigration enforcement operation in Maine, and according to the New York Times, they will be targeting Somali migrants for deportation. Now it's time for the noteworthy tidbits, which are brought to you today by Old Glory. Let me tell you about them quick. Are you looking for a gift for a music lover, or maybe some apparel to show off your quirky side? Old Glory has you covered. With over 300,000 officially licensed items covering music, sports, entertainment, and pop culture, you're guaranteed to find the perfect item. They even have seasonal gear. My husband enjoys the Beatles and Led Zeppelin apparel, and I love the Billy Idol apparel. I even found items for my fellow plant enthusiasts. This family-owned superstore is known for their quality and customer service, offers free standard shipping on all orders, and orders are shipped the same day you purchase. My discount code gives you 15% off your entire order, and it's currently the best deal available. Just visit oldglory.com and enter in my promo code JADE, that's J-A-D-E, at checkout. All right, let's get back to the tidbits. Russian President Vladimir Putin offered to contribute $1 billion to President Trump's Board of Peace once the war has ended. The U.S. House voted to unleash mineral mining on land in Minnesota, overturning a Biden-era land management rule. President Trump announced prosecutions are about to commence over the rigged 2020 presidential election. The House Oversight Committee voted to hold Bill and Hillary Clinton in contempt of Congress for refusing to comply with subpoenas. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna filed legislation to impeach Obama-appointed Judge Paul Engelmeyer for obstructing the release of the Epstein files and failing to appoint a special counsel. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang revealed he's manufacturing $500 billion worth of AI computing systems inside the USA and said he's grateful for President Trump's policies. Congressman Chip Roy exposed that special counsel Jack Smith continued signing materials as a federal prosecutor despite being deemed inappropriate by a federal judge. President Trump announced American natural gas production hit an all-time historic high, with oil production being up by 730,000 barrels a day. Lastly, Alabama is advancing legislation that will abolish the final 2 Democrat congressional districts if the Supreme Court weakens Section 2 of the Voters' Rights Act. That's all I have for today. I'll be back with another update soon. Until then, please like, subscribe, and share this podcast, and follow me on Instagram and X at Shades of Jade Pod. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.